Being one of the most popular and enduring characters on the show, it's no surprise that the tough but tender redneck known as Daryl Dixon evolved from being a mistrustful loner to a loyal and valued member of the group, and an easy fan favorite while he was at it. But now that a spin-off centered around the guy is in the works, there's one fatal storyline that it must avoid at all costs. Now, I know we all love a classic storyline, but let's be real here. Daryl's no ordinary hero. He's a rebel with a heart of gold who rides a motorcycle like it's nobody's business. So, if this spin-off wants to be as cool as the guy himself, it needs to steer clear of any tired old tropes and blaze its own trail. Let's talk about that ending to The Walking Dead Season 11, shall we? Daryl riding into the unknown on his bike? That's like the ultimate mic drop. But what happens next? He shows up in France with no memory of how he got there? Excuse me, did he take a wrong turn at Albuquerque or what? Maybe he got a hold of the rest of Walter White's magical blue candy. But I doubt it. Look, I'm not saying the idea of Daryl cruising around Paris isn't intriguing, it just feels a little too convenient, you know? If they're gonna have him end up in France of all places, they better have a damn good explanation for how he got there. But wait, there's more, because apparently, the fact that the zombie virus originated in France is not just a fun fact, it's also gonna be a major plot point in Daryl's adventure. And if you thought the Eiffel Tower was the only thing worth seeing in Paris, wait until you see the hordes of undead wreaking havoc on the City of Lights. Now let's talk about the new crew Daryl will be rolling with. First up, we've got Quinn, an underground nightclub owner. I mean, could he be any cooler? I can just picture Daryl and Quinn taking down zombies while techno music blares in the background. And then there's Clemence Poisey's Isabelle. Now, she may be mysterious, but some fans have a feeling that the two are gonna have some serious chemistry. But as much as we're excited about all these new developments, there's one thing that I believe this spin-off must avoid at all costs. And no, it's not the hordes of slow-moving walkers. It's the fact that Daryl shouldn't have a love interest. Look, we get it. Daryl's a catch. He's got that rugged, bad boy vibe that makes all the survivors swoon. It's like the producers want to see his fans suffer by teasing the idea of him finding love in France. I mean, Daryl, alone in a country that oozes passion and romance, with mysterious strangers around every corner? It's a recipe for a steamy love story. And to make matters worse, they've already released pictures of him and Isabelle, looking like they're about to embark on a romantic journey together. Hey, right in front of my salad? But come on, I don't know about you, but I don't want to see the predictable and cliched love plotline. All I care about is seeing the guy kick some zombie butt and maintain his lone wolf status. Besides, we all know Daryl's heart belongs to his crossbow. More importantly, however, he already had a fling with Leah during the last 2 seasons of the main series, and we all remember how that ended, in a messy conflict with her community.
I never thought I'd see you again.
If Daryl goes to France and falls for another mysterious beauty, it's gonna feel like deja vu all over again. It's like the writers are throwing a one-sided die to decide what to do with Daryl's love life. Let's face it, the guy's better off sticking to his crossbow and avoiding the drama that comes with romantic relationships. Who needs love when you've got zombies to kill, am I right? Besides, if Daryl does fall in love, it'll be a giant stake through the heart of a storyline that the Walking Dead series finale left hanging. You know, the one where Daryl and Connie were clearly into each other, but never got the chance chance to take the relationship to the next level because of the zombies? The episode showed that the two still had feelings for each other, and it left us all hoping that they'd find a way to make it work. But if Daryl falls for someone else in his spin-off, it's gonna feel like a betrayal. It's like rooting for Ross and Rachel to finally get together on Friends, and then seeing Ross hook up with someone else in the next episode. Getting back to the topic at hand, if Daryl does fall in love in France, it's going to make the Connie storyline look like a total sham. I mean, come on. The original series spent more than a season teasing us with hints of a romance between him and Connie, only to throw it all away for a spin-off series? That's like building a giant sandcastle on a beach and then throwing a rock at it before showing it to anyone else. And don't even get me started on the disappointment that awaits us if Daryl falls for someone else. It's like ordering a pizza with your favorite toppings and then getting a salad instead. Sure, it might be healthy, but it's not what I want, dang it. The Walking Dead needs to remember the unresolved Connie arc and not let it go to waste. Daryl definitely deserves a chance at love, but let's not sacrifice one romance for another and keep the dream alive. We must try to keep his and Connie's love burning like wildfire, even if it means setting off a few more explosions to kill some zombies. What's the worst thing that can happen? We get rid of France? Who's complaining? Although The Walking Dead is no stranger to love stories, from Glenn and Maggie to Rick and Michonne, we've seen our fair share of romantic subplots. But when it comes to Daryl, I hope I've managed to convince you that he doesn't need a love interest. Sure, the idea of the rugged survivalist finding love amidst a zombie apocalypse might sound enticing, but he's a character who has always been self-sufficient. He's managed to survive on his own in a harsh and unforgiving world, and doesn't need a partner to feel complete. In fact, introducing a love interest into his story would take away from what makes him so unique. Furthermore, the idea of Daryl finding love in France is cliched and predictable. We've seen this storyline played out time and time again in film and television. The whole stranger in a foreign land finding love trope has been done to death, even for a series that literally revolves around the undead. But let's say for argument's sake that the writers do decide to introduce a love interest for Daryl. Who would it be? Isabelle, the mysterious French survivor seen in the promotional material? Or maybe even Quinn, the underground nightclub owner? While they're both intriguing characters, the fact remains that Daryl doesn't need a romantic partner to make his story interesting. The idea of him forging new alliances with other survivors, battling zombies, and uncovering the mysteries of the virus is enough to keep audiences engaged. At the end of the day, Daryl's story is one that's all about survival. He's not looking for love, he's looking for answers. And I, for one, think it's better that way. So let's let him ride off into the French sunset, fighting zombies and taking names on his own. But hey, that's all the reasons why Daryl is a strong, independent man who don't need no woman. And I hope to see you in the next video.
You be good, all right?
I will. I'll keep an eye on Dog.
Keep an eye on Carol, too, man. When I'm out there, if I hear anything, see anything, I'll find them both. I'll bring them home, all right?
Daryl,
Yeah.
you deserve a happy ending, too.
I'll be back.